All right, there we go. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Audio is working. TikTok is working. YouTube is almost working. It looks like. See me. All right. Hey everyone. Hope you guys are all having a good day. Loki's over here chewing up a toy teddy bear. Let me do this one thing very fast. It'll pop up here in a second. All right, there you go. All right. Well, anyway, happy to see all of you guys here on this Friday. A lot of stuff going on here. Markets are pretty mixed for the crypto markets, which is kind of rare. So we're seeing Bitcoin come up a little bit here, holding ground, and you're seeing alts really bleed out. So you're really just seeing that Bitcoin dominance grow, as Benjamin would say. So really some good stuff going on there. Let me move this over here very fast, just so I know this is going on. And hey, Striker, happy to see my man. Definitely an early stream. I think my computer is working out okay so far. Let's see. I keep on getting these random text messages. I need to know how to block this stuff. But anyway, a lot of stuff going on. Before I get started, Loki's right here in the corner. I know you guys can barely see him, but he's chill right now. He's chill. So I'm going to give him a treat before we get started here. And then we're going to be talking basically about Bitcoin, doing some technical analysis here and checking out some stocks and cryptocurrencies. Nothing too crazy, but we're hoping for a larger move here later on today, right? And here he is, the big boy. Oh, can I have a hug? Oh, you just want the treat? Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right. And hey, Wilder, happy to see you, my man. We dumping from 59K. Well, let me go through my list of things to talk about here, then we'll go through the technical analysis. Long story short, Bitcoin remains bearish. We have a flicker of hope, I would say, over the next week to really get things to change. But man, you're going to expect something pretty big to happen this next week. So yeah. So let me move over here very fast. There we are. So get rid of Honey right there. Honey's always trying to get me to buy some shit I don't need. So the Dow, NASDAQ, S&P all up a little bit right now. Not a lot, like 0.13, 0.16, 0.28. Not a lot. Even the Russell 2000 is up 0.2. Not a lot here. However, going over here to oil is down about 1.5% today. Oil is coming down a lot. And the number one reason for that is U.S. crude oil falls more than 2% as Qatar Prime Minister urges Iran to hold off on Israel attack. I don't know how much Iran really values the opinion of Qatar, but it's there at least, I would say. So that's something, you know. I'm not overly too concerned about this, but it is moving the oil markets here, and it is hurting my beloved oil stocks. I'll be fine, I guess, if my oil stocks go down. I've been holding them for a while. But that's some news going on today. Qatar's prime minister told Iran's leader to refrain from attacking Israel while Gaza ceasefire negotiations are ongoing in Doha, according to the Washington Post. I don't know how long these negotiations have been going on for. It feels like almost a year, right? I mean, like at least 5-10 months at this point. No, maybe like 7 months, 8 months. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. It's been a while, right? And so I don't think this is going to get settled anytime soon. We'll see. But the oil prices are coming down a little bit here. And then actually I just saw this news article right here. Harris economic plan features new tax cuts, housing incentives, and price caps. This may be interesting to read down the road. She's been kind of hopping on to some of the Trump tax policies, which has been kind of interesting. All of a sudden Democrats are kind of saying, hey, we want to give you, we want to cut your taxes, which is not something I thought I'd ever see a Democrat do, which is kind of interesting. But excuse me, we'll talk about that a little bit later here. Now, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, you can see, generally speaking, this is the 12-day. Let me go to the 12-hour. Let me go to the daily. The daily still remains bearish here. So does the weekly right here. If I were to poke up this one right here, yeah, there you go. You guys can see the weekly still bearish. The daily still bearish here. Even with the oscillators, everything is still bearish. 4 hours remains bearish right here after the last few hours. And then the 1 hour is bearish as well. Excuse me. Now, when I was looking at this stuff, I was really trying to hone in, like, is there any type of good news here for Bitcoin? Anything that really makes you look really, good about it? And I really just haven't found much here besides perhaps with Market Cipher, and I'll talk about that in a second, based off of one of the strategies that he was talking about on his tutorial videos. And we all see that the weekly chart right here it remains red, remains bearish, right? You see the 20 creeping down, you see the 50 coming up, you see that inevitable death cross, which usually isn't the best thing on the weekly charts. You see how the MACD is bearish, you see how the stochastic is bearish, and the RSI. Everything on the weekly chart is really just pointing me down towards a negative viewpoint. However, if you go over here to the weekly charts, the Coinbase charts, go to the monthly is still bullish, but it just turned bullish right there, which is kind of like, it, takes apart from a large part of the rally here. So I'm not too concerned there, but you do see the MACD turning over on the monthly here, possibly over in October, November, if we don't get our act back together. I'm almost like, damn, it looks pretty darn bearish right now. And my big concern with all of this, I would say, going forward, is that because this is such a kind of a weird market right now, I can see the technical say bearish for the weekly, right? The daily, of course, it's still red, it's still bearish. We still have the MACD being bearish, unfortunately, with the stochastic and the RSI, all that type of stuff. And part of me still has some hope that Bitcoin can really get things going here, and that we can still make some new all-time highs before the end of the year. That being said, again, it's just going to be something that's more difficult, especially for altcoins. Like my Bitcoin over the last few months, it really hasn't been terrible. My Ethereum, it's been okay, but not necessarily great. My altcoins have, most of you guys probably share the same sentiment. My altcoins have been complete shit for all the dollar cost averaging that I've been doing, right? Now, I've only really been buying a lot of meme coins here, and meme coins are some of the most volatile stuff because the things like Matic or ADA or, they just really haven't been making those larger moves like I expected them to, so I kind of stopped talking about them for a while, right? Right? See me, guys. Let me get some of my water here. I was checking the weather, and there's supposed to be some really bad pollen in my area. So I already knew this was coming. All right, but anyway, yeah. So for the foreseeable future, it actually doesn't look that good. What I was hoping for, this is what I talked about a couple days ago, is we're going to need to see whales come in here or Wall Street, and they're going to have to really just say like a big fuck off to the technical analysis here. That's really where I think things are going to change a little bit. But for now, you can't time such a thing. What I was hoping for here is one of the things that, as I've been watching the videos from Market Cipher here, from CryptoFace, one of his strategies here is to look at this oscillator right here. This is called Market Cipher B. And something that I was looking at right here is, there's different tools right here, green dots, red dots, kind of give you some buy signals, some sell signals, stuff like that. One of the things that he likes to do here is if you see these two waves kind of close together like this or like this, and we're seeing right here, when you see a wave like this, another wave right there, and you see it go from this light blue back into this deep blue, which is kind of more bullish, you usually might want to buy around this time on the second one. Now, it doesn't always work because you got other technicals and stuff like that, but last time it did work out pretty darn well. And so I'm hoping that we can get something like that happening here pretty soon. It hasn't happened yet. When it does, I'll let you know. But if it does manage to occur here, I'd be pretty happy to try to buy that up. But for the foreseeable future, everything I see looks just bearish here. Let's get log off here. Even on Market Cipher, I don't know if you guys can see the color difference, but you see how there's like a brighter sense of lines right here, then it goes dark. More bullish activity right there. More bearish activity right there. More bullish right there. More bullish right there. So, yeah, everything seems to be kind of bearish right now. If you're looking for a place to drop down to, though, it's still going to be around like $52,000 if you kind of believe this trend line here. We also have this lower level of support kind of around $50,000 to $49,000. You can see if that manages to hold as well. It's going to be a big test for the bulls this weekend to see if we can hold some of those levels. But again, at the end of the day, we're not having a capitulation moment like this. Maybe if there's some more news about what's happening with the Silk Trade Bitcoin that the government owns, that may cause things to kind of speed back down. But this is much more orderly than this 4-day period of just chaos was. I need to stop. I don't know why. Oh, pollen. I already told you guys. But anyway, yeah. If you guys want to get excited about Bitcoin, I would still say you just have to wait for some of these daily charts to turn a little bit more bullish. I was looking at the 12-hour chart here a while ago. The 12-hour is bullish for just a little bit. I normally don't talk about this as far as my trading method because you can see it was bullish, 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 and nothing. Doesn't usually work out too well. However, when I do look at the MACDs, I do sometimes just have a good idea of where things are headed. Right here, right? Bearish. Kind of pop back up, but overall, we didn't really do anything great off of that. Right here, of course, over here, not doing so much. This one actually turned out to be pretty good, but I just haven't, I haven't felt like, man, this is the best time to be doing a lot of buying here. The one buy I did over the past few days was back over here. Like right here, we went up for a little bit, then we came crashing back down. I stopped out, and then now here we are, kind of just still consolidating. The 4-hour chart gives me probably a little bit more hope because it was so organized coming back down. Perhaps if you guys did want to do a long here, which again is not really recommended, you just wait for this little flag to break out and see what happens next. If you can get something like that happening, I'm pretty sure people would be pretty happy with that move. There we go. But for now, yeah, Bitcoin's not looking too good. What you could do on the 4-hour chart as well. This is just for you guys like Fibonacci levels. Even with that high, low, high. You can see actually how we hit that price target level right there. And now waiting for something a little bit different. So, pull that back up over here. All the way down. And then peek it right back here. And you can see we've already kind of given up that first level right there. Held right there pretty well. Next one is going to be 54,800 or abouts. If you guys are looking for a potential bounce to play off of for maybe 8 hours, that's how I'm thinking about longing right now. Not really much else besides that at this point. The target price for something like this is down here at $43,000. I don't think I'm going to use that just because it seems a little bit more long term. I'd have to go over here to something more like the weekly chart. I'd pull this off, and you can go with your high, low, high. See if that works out for you, or a high, low, high. Excuse me. For me, I'd make it simple. 77.9, 77.9, Okay, they're both the same number. And you can see right here, they hit the price target way down here as well. This one, again, this one's at like 47,000. So maybe 47,000 might be that next level of support, kind of matching up some of this old resistance levels from way back over here. Also the support level from that one weekly chart right there. See me. Man, my throat's killing me right now. Okay, let's get rid of that for now. I do think it's important to kind of understand those support levels coming from a reverse Fibonacci level. They can be surprisingly helpful, just like these ones that we've been using for a while are very, very helpful. It's just a pain that this one is really powerful for some reason, and we're just waiting to have that breakout. And we're hoping that we're not going to have a larger breakdown like that. Remember, we came very close to having a breakdown over here with the Fibonacci's moving averages and having a death cross, but we bounced up so fast that we kind of just like, oh, never mind, let's just go up and figure that out. We'd have to bounce pretty darn soon in order to kind of stop that from happening. I don't think we are, but I feel like this is just one of those moments where a little bit of historical context I'm going to have to ignore it for now. And we'll see how it goes. But, when we're looking at Bitcoin and everything, Bitcoin, look at this weekly chart. Bitcoin's fine. I mean, it's fine. Ethereum, it's okay. It's had a pretty rough few weeks, not going to lie there. But things overall are fine with it. It's still come up a long way from those lows we saw back in 22. Solana looking just fine right now. We have to adjust this up to there now, but still generally looking fine. Still has that support level. Things are generally looking okay there. Again, still bearish, but you get what I'm saying. With, coming back down, but had a really good rally. This thing is still doing fine. Same with Bonk, had a great rally. Now it's just kind of going flat. Bonk had really come down hard though, so just be careful. Mirror been coming down, not the best after a really good move back in March. This doesn't have the full rally, of course, because it was newer to the exchange. Book of Meme, coming back down a while. Book of Meme was one of the first rallies of the year, and it really has been coming down quite hard. Shiba Inu, again, had that 2-week pump like we always like to see it. Nice, nice little pump. Came back down hard, tapping on pretty much every support level that we give it to. And this isn't even the normal support level, just as the typical Fibonacci's. Pepe, coming down. Floki, had a big support. Oh my God, Floki's look at that. That's a short right there if I've ever seen one. So there might be a little bit more flushing out that needs to happen with altcoins. I mean, look at Ape Token. I mean, this is all the way back over here in March of 2022, not March of 2024, March 2022, and you can see how that bad boy has just been going down here. So XRP, the stability is remarkable here. I told you guys I had a lot of this. I just don't really buy too much more of it anymore because I've just kind of been patient with it because it doesn't do anything. But I believe, with the technology they have, they can do some good here. However, even with all the good news and stuff, they're still the same place they ever were. Matic coming down here to the lows of 2022. Matic is really losing faith with a lot of people right now as far as technicals. Keep an eye on this. It could be one strong level of support, but if we start breaking down below this level, Matic has a long way to fall, and a lot, this is like what you call an altcoin reckoning at this point in time. I'm trying to find some good news. There are some tokens that are better prepared to hold up, like Ethereum Classic seems much better than Matic right now. Looking at Gala's at a big level of support, but again, if Bitcoin starts going back down, you better believe it's going to be kind of painful here for Gala because it's going to go even lower here. And that's how I feel about most altcoins right now. Things like ICP, they bounced up a lot. Maybe they'll come back over here to the lows, or maybe right there, 584, maybe at worst, maybe 435. But it's not going to go, all the way back down here like we've seen so many other tokens. Because eventually, whether it's ID token or something like that, that's at some of these support levels. KD is a good example right here. See how we had these lows back in 2023? And you see how it actually broke those lows right there? That is not giving me the most optimism here. Meanwhile, again, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, those things that like compose the majority of our portfolios, our crypto portfolios, I should say, those are typically just doing okay. Not fantastic, but they're doing good for this, for this year. They're still up a little bit here. Go over here to coinmarketcap.com. You can generally see what the year-to-date returns are. Bitcoin's up 33, not fantastic, but okay. Ethereum is up 13, not fantastic, but fine, sure. BNB is up 65, Solana is up 36, XRP is down 8%, Toncoin is up 181%, Dogecoin is up 11%, Cardano is down 44%, AVEX is down 50%, Tron is up 23%. People make fun of me for liking Tron, but their token has made me at least a little bit of money off of this stuff. Shiba Inu 27% up, Bitcoin Cash up 27%, Polkadot down 50%, Chainlink down 33%, Leo up 47%. I hold Leo, but it doesn't really do much on the day-to-day. It's actually a really bad thing to trade. You want to just hold it. But you get what I'm saying here. It's been a very weird year so far, and it feels like this hasn't even been like a complete bull market. It feels like it's been something kind of wonky, and that's been kind of a painful thing. Now, I saw this while scrolling on Twitter here. Benjamin, alts dropped 40% from their March highs. Now the question is, does it take 6 months or 9 months from March 2024? See the reference tweet below. If 6 months, then September. If 9 months, then December. And so, let's see what here. Now the question is, does it take 6 months or 9 months from March 2024? March 2024. 6 months from September. I wonder if he's talking about, wait, what was the thing he shared right here? Sport. No, that's April 15th. Let's see. So I'm guessing he thinks we're going to have a little bit more of a rally here. Because maybe I forgot. Everybody's been comparing what we're seeing right now to like the COVID times where like we had that rate cut. If September, we might start having a rally. If December, we might start having a rally back over there. If it's the 9 months right there. But this is going to be painful. So small amounts of capital into the market here. Dollar cost averaging is the best thing I could say. And again, Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. I know they're not necessarily the most exciting things, but it's been working out so far, I guess, as far as not losing as much money as everybody who holds straight up meme coins or straight up AI tokens. Because I have a decent amount of money in AI tokens. I have a decent amount of money in meme tokens right now, and they're not profitable. Like, I'm just going to hold them because that's the best thing for me to do right now. But the majority of my wealth, I guess, is tied up in those larger ones. And I think that's just because I've had them for so long. I kind of just have that consistent, you buy a little bit every week type of mentality with it. All right. Anything else here? After spending, oh, okay, okay, that's fine. So Benjamin has been going on a tear lately on Twitter, and it's been kind of funny to watch. So he's been going back to people making fun of his posts like from years ago, and he's like, "What do you guys think now? What do you guys think now? What do you guys think?" So this guy Caseoh says, "Cardano folks, once again, please don't base your decisions off of Mr. Cohen. His historical record is in fact atrocious. Those that do are going to get wrecked." In this tweet, he completely disregards his own lower trend line. If he was a great trader, he wouldn't need to charge for blah. He has a great business. Don't knock him for that. And then he just says, "Hey Chris," with a nice little wave, and then boom, there you see. 88 Bitcoin is actually in a really rough spot right now, like really really rough spot. And that's why I told you guys 88 is down like 50%. It's rough. Is this? Oh, South Korean pension fund buys $34 million in MicroStrategy. There you go. That's nice. All right, but if you guys have any questions, you guys want to look at any tokens and whatnot, let me know. I can help you out there. There you go. And hey, Randy, thanks for the super chat, man. I really do appreciate it. What's right here? And hey, the Dolphin. Oh, okay. So I got 2 streams going on right now. Sorry for the rant. Let me do this very fast. Is a vertical stream for shorts. Main stream is here. There you go. There we go. All right. So I got the multi-stream going on right now, but I also have a stream. I got 2 streams going on YouTube right now. One is for vertical. One is for shorts, like for think of YouTube Shorts. One is for people that watch that, like scrolling through YouTube Shorts and they find my streams. And the other one is the typical one that all of you guys are using. So for those of you guys watching on the vertical format, this actually looks all sideways here. You guys can see it with my software very fast. I don't know if it'll actually show this to you. Yeah, there you go. See how there's 2 things on my screen? There's one that looks normal, then there's one that looks completely different like this. I put the link for this horizontal one over here in the chat. So if you guys want to follow that one, you guys can. But yeah, just in case you guys wanted to use that one. But thanks for the super chat, Randy. Happy to see you guys. And that's the easiest way I found out for YouTube to kind of push it out to people so far. Bear market incoming? It kind of feels like it. It feels like there's a bear market. I'm not necessarily going to sell during this time, but I'm pretty much waiting for that confirmation of the weekly death cross. To me, that kind of symbolizes something really bad happening here. Day trading, I mean, that's been fine. Swing trading, it's been okay as long as you guys accept which way the market's telling you guys is going. So, like, the last big signal we had, obviously, was a big short. And if you guys had a low leverage or no leverage, you guys still could have made some really good money shorting any particular token or meme coin, altcoin, whatever, and plus Bitcoin. So right now everything's bearish. I'm hoping that we can get something of a jolt coming in, but altcoins are already in their own kind of bear market right now, right? Even this is worse than a correction for those. Bitcoin right now, it's still doing okay. Ethereum is still doing okay. Solana is still doing okay. I would say once you see Bitcoin really start to break down below some of these support levels, like for an example here on the 12-hour chart, or excuse me, the daily chart, once we start breaking down and holding below 50,000, I think that symbolizes a larger move where we come all the way back down to 42, and it might be the pure capitulation moment before we have a 2025 rally. But I was expecting 2024 personally to be the big year for some of these larger moves. So I'm patiently waiting. At this point, I still just say there's a little bit more hope, but you can definitely see the bearish activity here for sure, right? Weekly charts all bad. Daily charts we'll see. I guess for me to have a lot of hope, why I feel passionate about saying, oh my God, guys, we got something really good happening here. I'd really just want to see that change of character on the daily chart, plus the momentum shift. When I see all of those things happen, it may not be something that's going to change the overall market completely, but it does give you a few good days, like it was like 7 to 10 days of really good moves. We saw it right here, right? There was a change of character breakout right there. MACD turned over, stochastic RSI all turned over bullish. And you saw that few good time, a couple weeks of good moves right here. Those good weeks where everything is kind of flowing back up, what that does is it starts to adjust the longer term time frames here as far as the oscillators are concerned. So when I see those potential moves, I'm thinking to myself, okay, perhaps this can really get the weekly charts to start turning a little bit more bullish. And at this point, that's just not the case. It's not happening right now. So when I start to see some of those smaller things happening, it kind of trickles back up, if you will. That's what I'm looking for. And again, it's not good right now. It's not even good for trading. I mean, again, look at some of these trades. These are not the best trades that people are going to be making right now. Go over here to the hourly chart. This might be the best thing you can do, right? Change your character right there. But this is after the big move already happened, so you're kind of grinding for a few hours for not much profit. Right here, you have another change of character. You know, it's not much profit here. We're going too sideways. The order blocks are kind of having their intended support effect, but just doesn't feel nice to trade. And so when you hit these moments, it's like, do you really want to trade? Not really. Like right now, Bitcoin's going to try to have a little bit of a pop, probably back up here towards $60,000. And people may get another false sense of security, like they got over here, or all that crap, right? And all of a sudden, Bitcoin just finds a way to push you back down in a heartbeat here. It almost feels a little more like a little bit of market manipulation, right? You can see Bitcoin dropping below 40K, 100%. But when that's the issue here. Nobody's going to give you a clear answer on that, because as soon as rates start to go down, you may see Bitcoin flush a little bit before starting to make a really big move afterwards. I know we had COVID as our example last time, but typically when rates go down, we typically seem to flush here. So I keep on getting a bunch of messages on my phone. I got a new phone, and so typically I have all these like little settings turned on. It's like, don't bother me this time, don't bother me this. And I haven't set all that stuff up for my phones, which is annoying. All right, so let's go last 10 years. Right, so that was the COVID drop right there. COVID drop, everything was fine. But if we dig deeper in here a little bit, you'll see COVID wasn't until 2020, right? February 2020, March, March is when everything kind of went bad. You see this little thing right here in June 2019, July, right? We went down because the Fed backed off because the market was panicking. A good example of this would be, let's pull up the NASDAQ. God, COVID looks so small now compared to all the shit we've been through. Look at that. COVID looks so tiny compared to all that. Oh, man. In the moment, though, it was crazy, wasn't it? Now, I just told you guys specifically the 2019, August 2019. Okay. Right here. So this is when they were raising rates. You saw how fast the market came down, right? It was pretty nasty. January of 2019 over here, December of 2018. December of 2018. Right there, during the last little hike right there. Usually they kind of forecast, okay, we're going to not do so many, we're going to hold here. That gives the market a bit of life. When they started cutting back over here in 2019, this was July at this time. July, right? Came down a little bit, then started to flood back up here, and then, of course, COVID came in and kicked all of our butts. But once we start getting those cuts, and people are sure of those cuts, I think you will start to see this come back up. The only fear I would say this time is we have to deal with the fears of a recession, which are very much alive. If you ask CNBC, everything is really good with the economy, nothing is bad with the economy. But I wouldn't say CNBC is the person to trust. But I mean, look at this. Look at that. Look at that crazy move. The market is ignoring a lot of stuff. We had a pretty clear trend line right there. We didn't close below it, so technically it's still going. But I mean, you can obviously see stuff is starting to slow down here. And this to me means that I'm not going to really be doing a whole bunch of long-term investing at this point in my portfolios for the stock market. All I've been doing is the same strategy I use for, with you guys in Bitcoin. Go over here to something like Apple. Right? We had the change of character. We had the momentum on our side. Go over here to the daily charts. Right? This was a crash right here. You don't buy on those big days because it's kind of scary. But you can see momentum has just shifted to being more positive with a positive change of character. We should have a good bullish week next week. And then we should probably teeter out towards 238 or something like that. But you see those opportunities. I typically am a little bit afraid of taking these opportunities because of looking at that volatility right there. But things like AMD, similar things. Momentum is shifting back. We're not back to being bullish completely, but you can see the opportunity there. Amazon, momentum has shifted back all of a sudden. Broadcom shifted back up recently. If you play with those momentums, you can make some good money trading options right now, or just buying and holding for a little bit. You know, Home Depot just now turning back to being bullish. You see this little bit of a flag playing out here on top of this resistance, right? You could see Home Depot try to go back up here to 394. Now that'd be kind of difficult, but I think Home Depot, it might run up into dividends. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't normally have a history of that. But you can see a flag right here. So if we actually break out, that's your signal to go buying up some and wait for it to move back up here to 394. The weekly chart is still bullish, so you're still good there. Yeah. There's lots of opportunities right now. But the majority of you guys probably don't even need to go into the options realm. Doing some like fractional shares in Robinhood or something might be the best choice. I don't know who else has fractional shares, but fractional shares seems to be the best thing if you don't want to have to go buy a $360 Home Depot stock. Intel, which just crashed, it's about to start to turn bullish again. I might buy into this tomorrow, and I'll be kind of just waiting to see what happens. Stop loss will be kind of close by at like $19, so yeah, 5% loss basically. But there's an opportunity to start filling up some of these gaps here, so I'm watching closely. Am I super excited? Not really, but I see the potential for some of these plays. I see more potential right now in the stock market, though, than the crypto markets. Like, you know, here's my ZOM that I own. This is where I have the majority of my money locked up right now, just because of, I believe in oil, basically. But you can see that death cross approaching, you know? Death cross, what was the last time we did death cross? 20... Okay, well, now this is actually really, that mattered right there. You see how it kept on going down afterwards? For me, I'm really banking on some Middle East crises to kind of kick off, though. Death crosses for ExxonMobil aren't usually the best thing here, so I might scale out here pretty soon. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe if we break down below 108, I might scale out a good amount of my ExxonMobil. I think that might be the best thing to do here. Because it can almost feel like we're making a top here plus a double top, and we're going to break down, come back down here. The only issue with that is oil is very volatile right now, so you can't even rely too much on the technicals. Yeah, look at oil right now. Nice little flag. I'm hoping we can break out. It's not good for people that drive places, I guess, but for me right now, I really don't want oil to come back down. But let me see right over here. When we had that data coming in from the bad jobs report, oil went crashing down. Let's see. Yeah, okay, there we go. Let's go back over here to Bitcoin very fast. Back to the 15-minute chart. Hey, B-Way hold. Holding is the best way I think about it right now. I mean, it really depends for certain people. Some people may have over-leveraged themselves into the crypto market here and really done some crazy stuff. So, like if you have no money in stocks but all of your money in crypto, you're probably getting a little bit afraid of the volatility, in which case you just kind of have to hold because holding works out pretty well for you if you ever look at the chart of Bitcoin. But again, you know, everybody's going to have their own way of doing it. I'm just going to hold and keep dollar cost averaging. You can adjust your dollar cost averaging strategy. Maybe you guys don't feel comfortable buying AI stocks anymore or meme coins anymore because they're just too volatile for you. That's fine. You can just hold Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana like we talked about. Everything's going to be fine there. You think about the bull market, bear market will depend on the election? I think we're still going to have a bull market regardless. But I do believe I think we would reach a higher all-time high kind of in that market if Trump was president, but I still think we'd be able to have a bullish market with Kamala Harris in there as well. My big concern with Kamala is I don't really trust her to do crypto policy correctly, and I don't trust the people around her, at least at this point in time. I've been trying to be like optimistic. I tried to hear her town hall thing the other day. It was kind of just a complete shit show. Mark Cuban didn't really know much about what he was talking about. What's the guy, the guy from New York? Schumer didn't know much about what he was talking about. They were all kind of just reading off of this paper, and it sounded really, really bad. And I don't know, even the experts they had come in there, I was just like, what are you guys talking about? I don't know. So yeah, I wasn't really given much hope there. We'll see what happens. But I still think we have the ability to have a bull market no matter who's president. Just like, crypto's had a pretty decent time under Biden. Hasn't been fantastic, but it's been decent, right? It's been decent. And I think that's all we can really hope for, I guess. But I would say Trump is going to be better for the price action overall, because once America has good, sound regulations that aren't too restrictive, I think you can see money start to flow into America, and money will be unlocked from some of the coffers of Wall Street that kind of are locked off from, investing, or blocked off from investing in cryptocurrency. Okay, what's up with you? You want to? Loki's over here in my lap, swinging his tail, hitting my light, gonna knock that over. Like, you can't see him, but like he's. You guys see him? I don't know. Want to come up and say hi? No. No. He might want a treat or something. This is one of those busy days. Damn, dude. Loki. Now, I want you to be nice. There you go. See? Nice and easy. There's no more left. Yeah, no more left. Let's see it here. September is typically bad for crypto right now. Yes. I'm hoping that changes up a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. The fact that we're going to have a rate cut in September will change some stuff up a little bit here. The rate cut, I think, is going to be interesting to see how the market reacts, because typically the market would kind of go down for a little bit, and then we kind of have this really robust move back up. And so if we're taking such a long time to consolidate like this, then we come down even more. 2025, I mean, we really might go sky high as far as the all-time highs of Bitcoin, but they're really making us wait for it, which is not really what I like to do. I don't like to wait typically. Not for crypto, for stocks. That's why I don't talk about stocks as much, because stocks are much more boring. But right now, stocks where all the action's at. But that's why I told you guys once I get back from, I was having this conversation on the Telegram. My ADHD, I don't think some of you guys realize how bad my ADHD is, like how little work I can really accomplish, even when I put my mind to it. I physically just like, think of working, but like if you work too long, it feels like pressure is building up in your head and it wants to explode. Not like a migraine, not like a headache. It's just like when you're trying to thread a needle and you just can't do it, so you're getting frustrated. That's what happens to my brain with a very simple task sometimes. And I can't do all the YouTube stuff I've been wanting to do for like the past few years because my brain just kind of goes poof. And when I try the medication, it really dulls me a little bit and it makes me really sleepy, so I don't like it. But when I get back, I'm going to try to start going back to doing options calls with you guys on the stock market for members. And then what I'm going to do is, I think twice a week I'm going to pay a guy like $50 to edit my videos, and I'm going to do the talking head videos giving you guys information about different things. It could be anything from the top ETFs right now to whatever. I'm going to put out videos like that and see how they do. Now, typically, they haven't been doing too well, but I haven't been giving them much effort because I can't. But I guess now with ChatGPT giving me scripts and everything, I'm hoping it'll all kind of work out here. And at RW, I don't think the SEC is going to appeal the case, but I don't expect XRP to be doing all too much. The beautiful thing about XRP typically is it doesn't do much in the first place. Here's the weekly chart. We're at the same price we were back over here in March of 2023. Same price as September of 2022. Same price as May of 2022. Same price as March of 2021. Same price as November of 18. So right now, the way Bitcoin's kind of been going back down, I might anticipate it somewhere between like 40 cents and 48 cents, somewhere down here, before we have something more of a breakout here in 2025. The way Bitcoin's going, we might actually just see that happening in October or September, and then we start to rally up here until November, December. It could even be as high as like $1. But for me, I'd probably say somewhere just around this current level, because we've been around here so much of XRP's history. I think it'd be okay to say anywhere between like, 45 and 55 if you want to just be like, nice little line where we've been. Seems reasonable right there. There you go. Waiting for the big boom on my meme coins? Dude, we're all waiting for that big boom. I mean, I guess the one good thing that I can be happy about so far in this cycle is, I guess there's a few things. I'm acting like so dramatic. I sold off a large amount of my altcoins in March, which I was very, very happy about. But then I just started dollar cost averaging right afterwards. I probably should have waited a little bit longer, but I was very happy with how those things are moving. And then Crypto Ricky, what's popping in this weekend? Any big plans? Yeah, I'm going to Philadelphia. So today I have a meeting with a friend who wants me to help him do some coursework for high schools and kind of teaching them some blockchain technology and just markets and watching out for scams and stuff. So I'm going to have a meeting with him today in a couple hours. That's why I did the stream right now instead of the middle of the day. Tonight I'm going to go to the cigar lounge. I'm going to smoke up a little bit. And I'm not going to get any sleep tonight because tomorrow early morning I fly out to Philadelphia. I think my flight leaves at like 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, something like that. So fly to Philadelphia, go see my friend, go have dinner, go chat and talk and stuff. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to be out in Philadelphia in the Northeast doing a whole bunch of stuff. I have other people that I've known across on the East Coast that are going to come visit me while I'm down there. We're going to all have a good time. I'm gonna go to like the oldest Italian restaurant or something again. That place was really good. Go to my my friend's dad's farm. We're gonna go shoot the those things. You launch it up and the clay things. You launch them up. It's a rich person sport, so I don't know the name of it. You launch them up and you pull out the shotgun, poosh, and you shoot them. It's a really good time. And then I think I'm going to go to a Phillies game or something like that. We're going to get some standing seats so we can drink some beer and have a good time. And that'll be a good weekend right there. And I'll be back, I think, on Wednesday evening. And then I'll be moving this desk. I decided to move this desk back into my extra guest room. I'm going to put a bookcase back there, and I'm going to show my nice YouTube plaque behind me over here so you guys can see it. So some pretty good stuff coming on there, I would say. NAOP Productions, happy to see you. Hope you're doing good at work here. I can't stand work myself, but I'm doing it all the same. But hopefully it works pretty good because it's a Friday, and hopefully Friday is actually a Friday. I have a lot of friends where their Thursdays their Friday, or their Saturdays their Friday, or their Sundays Friday. So I'm hoping your Friday is actually a Friday. And Loki says hello too. He's just over here sniffing my hands because they had treats in them. Skeet shooting, yeah. That's not a rich man's sport. All the hillbillies do skeet shooting. Oh, really? I did not know that. I used to shoot with hillbillies back in the day when I was in Montana, but we didn't shoot any. We didn't shoot any skeet stuff. There's that launcher guy, and they kind of do that little thing, and it's out there like pew pew. I enjoy it. What I used to do with the redneck guys is, let me see if I can find a picture of it. Is it called Tannerite? I think it is. Tannerite shooting? I didn't even spell it right. Yeah, exploding targets.
We got some serious Tanner.
Okay, yeah. So we'd shoot this stuff. Now it looks like he added gas to his because he's a crazy guy. I don't know how to gas, but yeah, you shoot it basically and it goes boom. That's what do the rednecks in Montana. That was kind of scared the shit out of me the first time I shot it and went boom, but it was fucking fantastic. I pulled the rifle. It was a good time. Clay pigeons, skeet shooting. Yeah. The clays. Yeah, there you go. Well, I just love it because they have that machine that kind of launches it for you, but it just launches it so far. I'm really surprised. Like there used to be like these little things where you can kind of throw it up there with like almost like a dog ball type of thing. But my friend's dad, he just has this like real nice one on the farm. So you have all this land to kind of go shooting with. You can see the deer on the property, see the coyotes on the property. You can see a bunch of stuff. Philadelphia farmland is much different than the Montana farmland I kind of know, and it's still different than the farmland I have over here in Washington State. They are very, the whole vibe is different, I guess. Maybe, I think it's just the trees. I think it's just the trees, honestly. That makes a different vibe. And the lack of mosquitoes his farm doesn't have many mosquitoes. In Washington State, we have too many mosquitoes and it kills me. Yeah, they got manual ones that you can pull with a string, and they got electric ones. Yeah, I didn't know how much money went into this stuff, man. They got a whole locker of shotguns just for shooting clays. But I'm like, damn. I mean, they go turkey shooting and stuff with them too, but like I don't go hunting with them too much because I hate paying those damn fees for out-of-staters. But yeah, it's definitely a good time to go out there and do some shooting. And who doesn't like shooting? I mean, honestly, who does not like shooting? It's nice. Go visit your friend's dad, who's a really nice guy. His dad has I think 5 dogs right now. He's retired. He's really, really chill. But I think 4 of them are Great Pyrenees dogs and 1 is something else. And they're all rescues. So they're all just really nice and friendly. One's a little bit skittish, but if you get down to her level, she's a really friendly dog. It's really fun. And there we go. All right. So, I'm trying to see if there's anything going on. All I see is some Book of Meme crashing down 9% right now. Milady crashing down a little bit here. Meme coins are having a rough day. Actually, even FTM is down 7% today. Popcat's down 12%. Mog is down 8%. Back down to support. Really back down to support. Yeah. Let's get rid of this. Let me see if I can do the reverse Fibonacci's here. Let's try this baby one first. Break it down. Oh, let's hope that's not the one. And then there we go. Back over to the 4-hour. Step. Heading back down here to 92.53. Yeah, everything just looks so bearish right now. Meme coins look very, very bearish. Bitcoin looks like there's hope. And that's why I have hope overall. Because Bitcoin, we still have this bullhorn, if you want to call it that. We haven't broken down yet. If we break down, that's where you kind of lose a lot of hope. For now, we still have an opportunity to kind of break out and do some great things. It'll have to be an inorganic looking move, though. It'll be very abrupt and out of nowhere. You saw all this was kind of flowing, kind of a nice little pump up right there after the dump, which is kind of to be okay, fine. We're looking for something like this to happen again, but not with no move like that beforehand, right? We don't really have those crazy moves all too much. I think this was a FOMC report or something like that did that. So, do we have an FOMC meeting this month? I don't believe we do. At least not a rate cut meeting. Let me see. No, skips August. Yeah, goes straight from July to September 17th to the 18th. Yeah. And hey, good morning, Kilo. Happy to see you, man. I'm hoping to have some safe travels. I got to be careful. I'm normally going on those shorter flights because, if I'm going to the East Coast, it'd be Seattle to Dallas to my destination, or Seattle to Salt Lake to my destination, or Seattle to Denver to my destination. In this circumstance, I'm going straight from Seattle to Philadelphia. So I'm going to be very careful that I don't drink too much liquids, I don't eat too much food, because I hate using the bathrooms in the airplane. And it used to be in the old days, first class had their own bathroom, and then everybody else had the bathroom, right? Now they kind of just let everybody go in between whatever bathrooms they want to. I don't like that stuff, because then there's too many lines, and I hate waiting in a line to use the bathroom. But I think I'll get some I'll get some breakfast and I'll get breakfast and maybe lunch on the flight, which would be kind of nice. I don't know who I'm flying with this time. I could be Delta, could be American. I don't know. I should really know this. Maybe it's Alaska? I normally like to fly Delta or Alaska. But last time I flew to American when I went down to Nashville, that was okay. They gave me hot towels. They gave me like hot towels when we got on the plane. I was like, damn. My towel was really cold when I touched it though because I had fallen asleep as soon as I hit the plane because I was exhausted from the trip. Yeah, it's Alaska Airlines. Alaska Airlines, yeah. You know what? The flight isn't actually that long. It says it's only going to be like 5 hours. And that might be just because the time changed. So, instead of like, it's like really 8 hours of time. But in reality, for the actual time I'm in the plane, it's actually only going to be 5 hours. Fundamental analysis on Unity. Yes, Kid. Is that a stock or a cryptocurrency? Let me know which one it is, and I can do it for you very fast. I'll pull up ChatGPT and also just go through some of their 8K reports. What are those green and red boxes on the graph? Oh, those are just order blocks. Think of these as simple levels of resistance and support. These are the ones that typically matter more than some of these smaller ones like that. You can add as many as you want to, but just think of them as support levels and resistance levels. 12-hour chart right here. You can see there's a huge order block right. Oh, that's my homemade order blocks. You can see there's an order block right up there. We kind of hit it back over here, and those are both levels of rejection. For example, if we were to break out above this order block and start heading back up here, I would start to sell my positions up here at this level of resistance. Ooh, CB. But just levels of support and resistance. And they kind of move around based on whatever time frame I'm on. So this is support and resistance levels for the 15-minute chart, but these are not going to be as strong as the resistance levels of the order blocks you see on the weekly charts or the daily charts. Yeah, Mobile, love them. I'm not sinking money into them, and I don't have a large enough, I don't have an estate to use them, right? My friend's dad has like an actual farm where he has this nice farmhouse. He just got this house, like beautiful house built up, it's freaking gorgeous. He has a well that he can kind of draw water from. It's just rolling nice little hills, but not the peaks you see in Montana with the huge coulees. They're nice gradual hills, so you can kind of relax. There's trees, there's little trails and stuff. It's just a really peaceful place. He has a big pond for the ducks and stuff to come on by. There's even snakes in the property. He has those goats where if you scare them and surprise them, they kind of just faint and they go down like that. Yeah, great. It's a great time. It's a great time. Thoughts on monkeypox and the shutdown, you think? I hope not. I'm hearing more and more about monkeypox. It really feels like a COVID 2.0 type of thing. Right now, I don't know how the world's kind of absorbing it. I don't have cable. I don't watch the news. So maybe you guys tell me this. Are your local news stations talking about it and hyping it up a little bit? Is CNN talking about it? Is MSNBC, Fox Business, ABC, CBS, are they talking about it more right now? Because I don't exactly know how deadly it is. This might be where ChatGPT comes into play as well. Chat. Well, let me do this very fast. This is so zoomed in, it's gonna hurt my eyes. There you go. Alright, is monkeypox, is that what we call it? It's called monkeypox, yeah. Is monkeypox deadly? I didn't even spell deadly correctly. So it says monkeypox is generally not deadly for most people, but it can be serious in certain cases. The disease typically causes symptoms like fever, rash, swollen lymph nodes, and it usually resolves it on its own within a week. However, complications can occur, particularly in people with weakened immune systems, young children, pregnant women, and individuals with certain underlying health conditions. So, in some cases, it can lead to pneumonia and stuff. I got to be careful. YouTube's going to get pissed off even if I say that right. It'll come back down and strike this video. But right now, it seems to not be too dangerous as far as what ChatGPT is telling me right now. So I'm hoping it doesn't become a whole big thing. You know, the media can turn on this thing on a dime and be like, "Oh my God, the world is ending over again." So we'll keep track of it. I'm keeping note of it as far as like me not trusting the government. What's going to happen here. But for now, it doesn't seem like it's going to be a huge deal. Now, as far as, let me see, this is concerned, fundamental analysis. All right. Me some fundamental analysis for the stock Unity, ticker U. All right, now while this is doing that, let me go over here to Unity software. Small value, market cap is not on here. 6.48 billion, that's good. Is this it right here? Okay, let me just do this. Unity software. Okay, this is them. Okay. Go create download. So it's software for video games. Let's see. Whatever it is, it seems to be making some money here at least. So business model, Unity, Unity Software Inc. ticker U is a key player in the software and gaming industry. Yeah, gaming, particularly known for its real-time 3D content creation platform. Below is a fundamental analysis of Unity software as of the most recent data available. So the business model, Unity operates a platform that allows creators, primarily in gaming, but also in other industries such as film, automotive, architecture, and engineering, to develop, run, and monetize real 3D content. Revenue streams. Unity generates revenue primarily through a subscription model, Unity Pro, Unity Enterprise, and though it's operates solutions, okay, which includes monetization services like ads and in-app purchases. So revenue, quarter 2 of 2024, Unity reported $533 million in quarter 2024-2, an increase of 11% year over year. This growth was primarily driven by the strength of its Create Solutions segment, which focuses on subscription services. Unity recorded a net loss of $193 million compared to the net loss of $197.3 million the same quarter the previous year. The reduction in net loss indicates some improvement in operational efficiency, so they're still losing money here, it looks like. Earnings per share, EPS for Q2 of 2024 was 0.51 down, which was slightly better than the consensus estimate of 0.53. Okay, revenue. So ads and monetization brought in $322 million and $211 million came from the tools beyond gaming. Okay, so that's kind of nice to see that growing there. Negative free cash flow in recent quarters, which is concerning as it indicates the company is still in the investment phase with uncertain capital. So, okay. Higher risk there then. Unity faces competition from Epic Games, Unreal Engine, okay. But its user-friendly platform, strong market penetration, give it a competitive edge. That was the weekly chart looking. Alright, that kind of explains some stuff about what we're reading. So as far as this is concerned, it's kind of a gamble, mostly because it's not making money, it's losing money. So, because what I'm looking at here is, I know you guys can't see it, but see this right here? They've been beating estimates every quarter, but you can see the price action is still coming down quite a bit. And we just broke down a while ago, and that really let it flush out a little bit more. A technical perspective, you're seeing a little bit of movement with the bullishness in the MACD stochastic and RSI. That's nice to see. There is no bullish change of character there, which should be noted, but excuse me. Away from the technicals, the company seems like a real gamble, and it really comes down to the fact that they're losing money. Where was the negative 0.51? They took a loss in the quarter there, and that's not really what you want to see for a potential company here. So it's not a healthy company. It's not being rewarded because it has debt right now, and that debt is expensive because of the higher interest rates. What you want to see for something like this flourishing a little bit is you need to see them start to make a little bit more profit or get some more money involved, something like that. And they need to see rates coming down here a little bit more, and that would be a good place to start. When I go over to their website, though, browse pathways live. I don't learn from experts. No, I want. Oh, I'm still in Unity to learn. Okay, let me go back over here. Oh, plans and pricing. There we go. Unity Student is free. Unity Personal is free. Unity Pro is $185 a month. That's not terrible for being able to make a game and publish it. Unity Enterprise, contact us. Unity Education Grant License free. Unity Educator free. Unity Industry $450 a month, which isn't bad either. It's affordable, so they don't really have a price issue if you ask me. Is he plug-in? It doesn't seem like it's bad pricing here. It just seems like they're going to have to try to get more business, the old-fashioned thing here. But this isn't really something healthy enough where I'd be like, oh yeah, this is something you'd want to buy. This is something that, like, Warren Buffett would look at and he would scoff at, like, that type of stuff here. The monthly chart, you can see it's been going down for a while. I mean, I would say that it looks like they still have hope because they're still beating expectations. They still seem to be doing okay. It's just something more where you might you'd have to start with a small initial position and then wait to see if the company starts to get a little bit more healthier, and you can kind of add on to that position if you want to go into it. That's typically what I do for these more risky types of investments. And another example I can give you here is back when I was investing in Robinhood. Now, my reasoning for it was not so much that I believed it was going to do something fantastic, is that I thought back in the day it was going to get bought out. So I started buying up this stuff way back over here and hoping for a larger move. The move only happened recently, and I've already sold off a good amount of mine. So I actually sold it off right here at $16, and it went all the way up here to 25. I still haven't sold, and maybe I'm a fool because I didn't. I might need to sell the rest of my Robinhood off of here, but yeah, we'll wait and see. But yeah, so I'm watching closely. On the other hand, Bitcoin, I know we talked about Bitcoin going up a little bit, but it seems like it's actually trying to go. Bitcoin's up over $1,000 today, and altcoins are not. Oh, man. But yeah, Bitcoin looks like it's made a small little move here. There we are. And always, Ken, I really appreciate the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. Don't buy this stock. Game engine is only to make money from licensing, but it's hard to sell the developer studios now. Oh, that makes sense. I used to develop games, so I kind of know how they work. There you go. See, somebody that's in the industry. That's what I like our little group. Excuse me. All right, but I'm going to end the stream right now. I will be streaming again later on today. I just have to get ready for this meeting. I have not taken my morning shower yet, and off to see. And hey, her, I'm happy to see you, my man. But yeah, I'm gonna go take a shower and get ready for the day. You guys can't tell, but I look like a freaking hoodlum right now. I'm wearing my hoodie though. I got this hoodie from one of the sponsors, the Opus Clip. I haven't really done much work for them in a while, but they still sent over a little shirt like that. Opus Clip looks nice. It even has a nice back to it and stuff. So we'll see how it looks later on. But see you guys a little bit later on today. I will not be streaming after today until next Wednesday or next Thursday because I'll be out of town. However, if I do stream, like, it'll be from a phone, and if I do record myself, it'll be from a phone. And so you guys can you guys will all see that, and you guys will see me. We'll have a good time and stuff like that. So see you guys. I believe I'm going to stream at 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock. We'll see. I might be 3 o'clock, so we'll see. But thanks for watching, everybody. I normally don't do these morning streams because not many people show up because obviously most of you guys have jobs and working and stuff like that. And, it's nice to see you guys show up even with you guys' jobs and commitments. So I appreciate it a lot. So see you.